Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're seeing right now in the NFL landscape, especially in the NFC South, is nothing short of a seismic shift. The Atlanta Falcons, a team that's been on the rise, is making a bold move that could redefine their defensive front, and consequently, their entire season. And all of this revolves around a blockbuster trade rumor swirling around the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's in a bit of a rebuilding phase, but is also known for its star-studded roster and high expectations. The whispers suggest that the Bengals are open to trading one of their key defensive players, Trey Hendrickson, in a deal that could send shockwaves through the league, particularly to Atlanta. Hendrickson, a 30-year-old edge rusher, has been an impactful player for Cincinnati, with a reputation built on elite bull rush ability and relentless pressure. He's been a cornerstone of their pass rush, especially in recent seasons. In 2025, he recorded 7.5 sacks, along with 32 pressures, 18 QB hits, and a pass rush win rate of 22%, according to PFF. His run-stopping ability is also impressive, with a stop percentage of around 28%. Hendrickson's career stats speak volumes. Over his time in the league, he's accumulated 52 sacks, 180 pressures, and 85 QB hits, with a PFF grade that's consistently high, around 87. 2 on average. His ability to dominate the edge with speed and power makes him one of the league's most feared disruptors. And if you've been watching the NFL closely, you know that players like Hendrickson are game changers, especially in crucial moments when getting pressure on the quarterback can decide the outcome of a game. What's really interesting about this potential trade is the context. The Bengals, with an $18 million cap hit, are in a tricky spot financially. They need to address their offensive line and secure extensions for players like Chase, their star wide receiver. Hendrickson, meanwhile, is commanding a hefty deal at $21 million, making him a valuable but expensive asset. Cincinnati's front office seems to be prioritizing draft picks and assets, especially for their secondary, with a focus on building for the future. Some analysts are skeptical, fearing that losing Hendrickson could lead to a dip in sacks, possibly dropping from around 6 per game to fewer, and a rise in points allowed, potentially up to 27 points per game. But the strategy could be to gather assets for a rebuild, similar to what the Browns did in 2023, a classic case of building for the long term even if it means sacrificing some immediate production. Now, shift your focus to Atlanta and what this could mean for the Falcons. If they manage to acquire Hendrickson, it's a game changer. The Falcons' defense, already trending upward under defensive coordinator Dean Pease, would get an injection of elite pass rush talent. Hendrickson, playing alongside Ebakti, could turn the Falcons' front into a real nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Right now, Atlanta's pass rush is decent, around 16% pressures, but with Hendrickson added, projections suggest that number could jump by about 25%, pushing their total sacks to around 10 or even 11 in a season. That's a significant upgrade, especially considering Hendrickson's ability to generate pressure in all situations. You see, Hendrickson's stats compare favorably with current Falcons players. His 7.5 sacks in 2025 are already impressive, but with the Falcons' scheme and talent, he could easily surpass that mark. His PFF grade of 88.9 compared to the Falcons' current top edge players would make him a clear difference maker. His ability to pressure the quarterback not only increases sack totals, but also disrupts the timing of opposing offenses, forcing mistakes and creating turnovers. And don't forget Hendrickson's knack for stopping the run. Allowing just 3.5 yards per carry would help make the Falcons' run defense one of the better units in the league. This is crucial because it balances their defense, making them more unpredictable and tougher to game plan against. Moreover, Hendrickson's addition would elevate the entire defensive front and give Atlanta a more versatile pass rush, capable of pressuring mobile quarterbacks and collapsing the pocket from the outside. Considering the Falcons' recent draft picks like Ebakti and their development, adding a seasoned veteran like Hendrickson would be like icing on the cake. It's not just about sacks. It's about creating a culture of relentless pressure, leadership, and experience, elements that can carry the Falcons deep into the playoffs. His presence would also take some of the pressure off other players and help fill gaps in pass protection, especially if Matthews' ankle injury continues to be a concern. Now, let's talk about the impact this could have on the Falcons' Super Bowl hopes. Right now, their odds of winning the big game are around plus 2,000, but with Hendrickson in the fold, those odds could plummet to around plus 850, a huge boost in the betting world. That's because a stronger pass rush translates into more wins, especially against division rivals like the Saints, where a plus 14% win probability on PFF simulations could become a reality. Hendrickson's ability to stuff backs and generate sacks in key moments makes him a playoff staple, especially in high-stakes games where the difference between winning and losing often comes down to the trenches. And it's not just about individual stats. Hendrickson's leadership, his experience in high-pressure situations, like his history of pushing the pocket and generating turnovers, would be invaluable for the Falcons' young defense. He brings a mentality that resonates with winning teams. His addition could make the Falcons front one of the most formidable in the league, reminiscent of the 2016 Falcons' rushing attack, which was a nightmare for defenses and pivotal in their Super Bowl run. The potential move would also serve as a statement to the league that Atlanta is serious about contending now, not just rebuilding. So in this scenario, the Falcons are not just adding a player, they're making a strategic investment in their future. They're aiming for that elusive Super Bowl title, and if they pull off this trade for Hendrickson, it could be the move that turns their season around. It's a bold gamble, but one that could pay off handsomely. The NFL is all about the trenches, and right now, Atlanta is positioning itself to dominate there, just like the great teams of the past. The combination of Hendrickson's pass-rushing prowess and the Falcons' young, talented core could create a defensive unit that's feared across the league, capable of disrupting even the most potent offenses. In the grand scheme of things, this potential move also signals a shift in the NFC landscape. It's about adding the pieces necessary to compete at the highest level, to push teams like the Eagles or the 49ers to their limits. Hendrickson's presence would not only boost the Falcons' immediate playoff chances, but could also set a foundation for sustained success. The division could go from a toss-up to a true battleground, with Atlanta asserting itself as a legitimate contender. Now, I want to emphasize how important this is for the Falcons' fans. Watching your team make strategic moves like this, shaping the roster with an eye toward greatness, is what we all love about football. It's about believing in the process, trusting the coaching staff, and knowing that every move is aimed at bringing a Super Bowl back to Atlanta. The potential addition of Hendrickson isn't just a rumor. It's a signal that the Falcons are serious about competing at the highest level, about putting together a team that can leave a legacy. And of course, we all know that NFL trades and signings are complex, with many moving parts, negotiations, and draft implications. But one thing is clear. If Atlanta can land Hendrickson, it's a move that will be remembered for years. It's about upgrading their pass rush, improving their chances in close games, and finally giving their defense the star power needed to take that next step. The NFC South is already a hotly contested division, but with this move, Atlanta could tip the scales in their favor. They're building a team that's not just good enough to make the playoffs, but to contend for a Super Bowl, and that's what every Falcons fan dreams about. So, as we keep an eye on the latest developments, remember that this potential trade is more than just a transaction. It's a statement of intent. The Falcons are positioning themselves as a team to watch in 2024 and beyond. The NFL landscape is shifting, and Atlanta is right in the middle of it, ready to make a bold statement. With Hendrickson possibly donning the Falcons' red and black, the future looks even brighter. This is a team on the rise, and the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So fans, what do you think? Are you excited about the possibility of Hendrickson joining the Falcons? Do you believe this move could be the key to finally breaking through and making a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion really matters to us and to the Falcons' future. This is the kind of move that can elevate a team from good to great, and we'll be watching closely to see if it materializes. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Atlanta Falcons news, analysis, and insider information. The road to the Super Bowl is heating up, and Atlanta is right in the thick of it. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, go Falcons.